How's it going, Gridiron fans? I'm reporter Clark Wooley out here at Holzer Field at Jackson High School, where we just witnessed the Division 5 Region 19 semifinal game where top-seeded Wheelersburg was able to defeat Nelsonville-York 38-6. And you can see NY right there, ready to go, hopefully to go to their first regional final since 1982. But on the first play of the game, Wheelersburg is going to go for the onside kick, and guess what? They're going to recover it, putting them in ideal field position to start the game and grabbing momentum early. They wouldn't be able to capitalize on that drive, but on their next possession, Mac Dyer is going to find Clint Hatfield wide open for an easy score, 6-0 Pirates. After another NY punt, Dyer's going to go in the air again, deep downfield, and you can see after a couple of bobbles, NY's Chris Cook is going to come down with the interception, a huge play for the Buckeyes. After NY continued to struggle on offense, Tanner Bivens, you can see, is going to break several NY tackles and work his way down the right-hand side of the field before two NY defenders eventually bring him down, and he's going to hop up and do a little celebration right there. Now, later in the drive, it's going to be big number 32, Christian Carmichael, who's going to put the Pirates up 14-0. Now, Hunter Edwards is going to try and bring his team back. He's done it all season long, and he's going to go deep down the field, but it's going to be picked off by Wheelersburg Taylor Dorr. Now, later in that drive, Dyer's going to go to the left pylon and find Keith Newsom all alone for another score, 21-0 Wheelersburg. Desperately need something to go their way. Jonathan Richards is going to pick off Dyer and give NY some hope to get back into this ball game. Unfortunately, a fumble by Edwards on this play and deep in his own territory is going to put Wheelersburg in great field position. And you know what? Dyer says, I'm going to take this one myself, and he's going to dive into the end zone, put Wheelersburg up 28-0, and that's where it would end NY's hopes of coming back into this game. Unfortunately for the TVC Ohio champs, after a 69-22 win over Zane Trace the week before, Wheelersburg's defense was simply too much and overcame their offense in basically every asset. All season long, the narrative surrounding NY was their offensive firepower and ability to put big numbers on the scoreboard. Tonight, Wheelersburg was able to stop this NY offense and keep their perfect record alive in the process. After a 69-point outburst against Zane Trace last weekend, Hunter Edwards and the Buckeye offense found it difficult to string together any positive plays on offense. Edwards was pressured all night long and wasn't able to connect with his receivers on a consistent basis. Edwards was held to just 6 of 16 passing with 3 interceptions tonight after collecting 480 yards the week before. Noah Andrews was the only consistent offensive weapon as he finished the night with 64 yards on the ground. Penalties were also an issue that NY faced all game long, as several holding and false start calls stalled any momentum the Buckeyes tried to maintain. Despite a somber night for the Buckeye faithful, head coach Rusty Richards was able to draw some positives out of a turnaround season.
Well, credit to our 13 seniors. From day one, they were hungry. I'm still a little bit young. I was hungry, and it's a credit to those 13 seniors. They came every day in the weight room in the winter, all through the summer. They set a great role models for our young kids, and I couldn't be proud of our 13 seniors just for the way they were this year. As like I said, role models. They practice every day, and they led us. So it was a great turnaround season. So yeah, just bad that we lost, but looking back, I think we'll be pretty happy going from 1-9 to 9-3 in one season. Pretty good turnaround.
Unfortunately for Nelsonville-York, their season ended a little bit earlier than they would liked it to, and for Wheelersburg, they'll move on to their 4th consecutive regional final, where they'll face the winner of Coshocton and Garaway. For WOUB and Gridiron Glory, I'm Clark Wooley. Have a good night.